Today is better than yesterday because of engineering, and tomorrow can only be better than today because of engineering. On this note, I welcome you to this week's edition of Engineering and You. Engineering and You is a program where we try to encourage young Nigerians to take to science and engineering and also to make it their profession of choice. My name is Tunde Olaniran, your regular anchor on this program. And before we go any further, my guest is already in the house. But before we go any further, I would like to read to you, because this program is a very, very interactive one. So I'd like to read to you the question for the day. And the question for the day is, who propounded the universal law of gravity? Who propounded the universal law of gravity? If you know that question, just call us in and answer it, or go to any of our social media platforms, Facebook at Ogtv and YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta. Just go there, let the conversation continue go on from there. And if you can call in, why not call us and answer the question? But before you call in and eligible to get our prize, you have to ask my guests a question, and then you'll be able to answer my question and contribute to the program. But before we go any further, let's take this very short break, and when we come back, I will let you know who my guest is. Welcome back. The program is still Engineering and You, and my guest for today is engineer Dr. OLUFUNMILADE AKINGBAGBOHUN. She started her engineering education with OND and HND in mechanical engineering from Yaba College of Technology with a second-class upper credit, a BSc in mechanical engineering upper credit, University of Ibadan, MBA from University of Lagos, honorary doctorate degree in engineering development and national growth from the European American University, and NSE certification. She had her National Youth Service Corps at Osun State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. She started her working career at Lagos State Radio Service. She pioneered she pioneered as project manager and the coordinator of the manufacturing factory for the organization, which earned her awards of Staff of the Year and Outstanding Staff of the Year for 2 consecutive years. She's currently working as a chief engineer. She's also served as ambassador and senior advocate for growth mindset of Lagos State Government. She is a member of the Special Ministerial Task Force and Expatriate Quota and Business Permit of Federal Government, and she also served as member of the State Transition Committee to the Governor, Prince Abeokuta, on special projects for the state. She's a member of so many professional bodies. I'll just let you in on 2: Registered Engineer, Council of the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, and is fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, and also fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Mechanical Engineers, among so many others. Let me not go ahead, because if I read a profile, we will just end with the program reading profiles. Welcome to Engineering and You today, ma.
Thank you very much.
Now, we would like to start. We are discussing today about why is it that women are not. Engineering is predominantly a profession that men dominate, so to speak. Now, why did you choose engineering as a woman?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I chose engineering. I will start with a story. When I was in the secondary school, at the time we had Form 1, Form 2, not the SSC and JSS that we have now. I remember I was in Form 2 then, and we had not the kind of TVs that we have now. Then we used to have the white and black TV. It has a door and you use a key to lock it. And then on a day I got back from school, not now that you have children watching TV all day, then the children's belt was between 3 and 5. And so I got back from school, I wanted to watch the TV, it didn't come on. And so I went to the back, I fiddled with some of the items at the back, and I discovered that it worked because, there and then, I took it upon myself that I was going to study engineering. I said, what field does all that? And I studied about it. I discovered it's engineering, and I said, if it's moving, it's engineering. I want to be an engineer. And I had a lot of oppositions as at then. We didn't have so many females in engineering. I told my parents I want to study engineering. They invited people to the house to say, engineering, you are going to run machines, your hands will be in machine. I said, no, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And here I am today. I'm there.
So which of the two of your parents opposed or encouraged your dream to be an engineer?
I would say they both encouraged me eventually when they were able to get through the hurdle of understanding that that's exactly what I wanted to do. When I got admission, I got my first admission into University of Lagos in 1990 to study mathematics, and I said I didn't want to study mathematics. I wanted to study engineering. So I said, if another school is offering me mechanical engineering, I will go there. And Yaba Tech offered me. I went there. I was the only female in my class. That was another thing. My mom said, you are the only female. This is what we are saying. There's not so many females in engineering. And I said, no, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And I was able to pull my weight. Even amongst the boys, I was able to excel. I had 49 boys in my class. In my ND, I was the only female there. And we were eating in the same pots. We were doing everything together. We were running, going through the welding machines together, going through the foundry together, doing all the practicals together. So
it's often said that only tomboys can succeed as a lady in engineering. Is that true?
That's not true. It takes a lot of knowing who you are to be able to study engineering. It takes a lot of being resilient. It takes a lot of being disciplined to actually be in engineering. It doesn't have a lot to do with or whatever. It's your dream, it's your vision, it's your goal for yourself.
Now we discovered that over the years that the society is one of the major stumbling block for girls, young girls, to choose the path of engineering. The society feels that engineering is meant for boys and all. If you are to talk to parents that are watching us right now, what message do you have for them that have girls that wants to study engineering?
What I'm going to say to them is that there are so many fields of engineering anyway. We have the mechanical, which used to have limited number of females. Now they are increasing because of the advocacy programs that the Association of Professional Women Engineers that we have been running for a very long time. We go to schools, to secondary schools, we'll talk to them about engineering and why you need to find yourself in engineering and in STEM. So we have a lot of programs. We also train teachers also to put them in STEM. But having said that, my encouragement to females and to parents in allowing their children to study engineering is that it's an interesting profession. It's worth encouraging. We have chemical engineering, we have mechanical, we have electrical, we have civil, and we have quite a number of females in those fields doing massive things, doing tremendous things, and having giant strides in those fields also.
So what made mechanical engineering different and interesting to you of all the other forms of engineering?
I've had a lot of argument with a lot of people actually in engineering on what you are asking me now. Mechanical engineering is the bedrock for all engineering. Okay. I'm proud to say that. Okay. I've said it amongst engineers of other fields.
There was the other time where some guys were here and said civil engineering is the mother of all engineering. Now you are saying mechanical engineering.
It's the bedrock for all engineering. I'll say that there is no other engineering that can function without the mechanical engineer. Take it, if you are building your roads, you are doing your building, that is civil, and you are going to use metals, you are going to use rods, that's mechanical engineering. The metals are mechanical. You are not going to be able to construct your building without having the strength of materials. Strength of materials is mechanical engineering. You are not going to be able to drive a car on the road without ensuring that you have the right materials. It's mechanical engineering. Even if, as an electrical engineering, you are talking about fans, you are talking about lightnings, they are produced by mechanical engineers. So mechanical engineering is the bedrock for all engineering. Every arm of engineering comes out from mechanical engineering. We have had quite a number of areas of engineering that came out of mechanical. That's automobile, that's aeronautic, they are from mechanical. They are arms of mechanical engineering. Fluid mechanics, oil and gas, it's mechanical engineering. building services, the air conditioning systems, the chairs that we're sitting on is mechanical engineering. They are made from molds. So mechanical engineering is a bedrock for all engineering.
Okay.
So they are smiling.
I have to, because
Okay.
I'll ask you another question, but let me, if you have the answers to our question for the day, please just call in, and the phone lines will be open right now. Call in, answer our question, and we would also give you opportunity. You must, first of all, ask my guests a question before you answer my question for the day. And if you are on social media, please let the conversation keep going. It's getting interesting on social media right now. So please join in and get us the question answers across to us. Now, I want to ask you, now we discovered that even women in engineering, they are now much now compared to like 10, 15 years ago. I remember when I graduated from school, my mechanical engineering department was like 2 girls in a class of 50 boys. Now, the figure is now increasing. Now, what do you think, but we discovered that most of them, after graduation, they don't go ahead to practice. Now, is there any risk in practicing? Or why is it that most girls, after graduating with the certificate, the qualification, the registration with Korean and all that, they just don't practice?
I wouldn't say that's not true. I would say we have quite a number of ladies practicing engineering, but I would still say in mechanical they are not as pronounced as in electrical, as in civil engineering. We have a limited number of females actually practicing engineering, mechanical engineering, but it's improving by the day. And the reason why it's improving is because it's good to identify that I haven't had a degree in engineering.
All right, we have a call. Bobby calling up from Songwater. Bobby, good evening. How are you doing? Hello, Bobby. Hello, Bobby. All right, I think we just try us again, Bobby. Let's hear from you. You can go ahead, man.
You find out that there are different ways of looking at them. If you look at the country generally, the economy, you find out that we have the jobs are not readily available like it used to be. But the most important thing is that quite a number of female engineers are actually going into automobile industry, becoming entrepreneurs. It's one of the areas that I encourage a lot of people to go into. You can set up something of your own. You can set up a fabrication organization, you can set up a manufacturing organization, you can set up an automobile shop of your own, even as a female. We have quite a number of females. We can be sentimental at times. A lot of people will say, oh, that female is trying, let me take my car to her shop. I'm sure she's going to have the fear of God and going to do it better than a lot of the men will do it. So they have patronage. They have quite a number of females that are doing well, having their auto shops on their own. They have quite a number of females doing fabrication of their own, constructing things on their own.
All right, we have another caller. David, calling us from Augusta. David, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good evening, David. What question do you have for our guests today?
The question is between mechanical engineering and aeronautical engineering, which one is the best?
Okay, mechanical engineering and aeronautical engineering, which one is the best? All right. Now, do you have an answer to our question for the day?
Yes.
What's the answer?
I distinctly propounded the law of universal gravity.
All right, so don't go anywhere. Just keep watching us. We'll tell you if you are correct or not. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Now, she is asking that what's the difference, which one is better? Mechanical engineering, aeronautical engineering?
Mechanical engineering is the basis for aeronautic engineering. So aeronautic engineering is a specialization. If you study mechanical engineering generally, you can, I want to be an aeronautic engineer, and then you go and specialize in working on planes. I have some students of Covenant University that I mentored that are actually IT in aeronautics, but they actually have
All right, on a final note, to speak to the girl child, I would like you to just say one last thing as we round off. A girl child interested in studying engineering, what is your message?
My message for the girl child interested in studying engineering is that you need to make up your mind, you need to set your goals, you need to have the great vision for yourself. And nobody can limit you except you limit yourself. So if you know you want to study engineering, you have to be up and doing, you have to look at your mathematics, your physics, and that is the STEM. You have to be able to work hard in those subjects also. And I want to encourage you. Know who you are, know your limitations, your strengths and your weaknesses, and you can only know them when you work hard and be able to do well in your sciences for you to study engineering. And when you find yourself in that profession, you need to use the SMART principle, you need to be dynamic in what you do, you need to measure your goals, you need to be realistic with your goals, and you need to put a time frame to all the things that you do. So I want to encourage you as a girl child, engineering is for all. There's a space for every girl child to be in engineering. So it's not limited to males alone. It's also an opportunity for you as a female to excel. The opportunities are there. And so if you want to actually study engineering, the field is open. Nobody can limit you. The sky is not going to be your limit, but your starting point as you come into engineering.
All right, the sky is not your limit. The sky is your starting point. Now, for our question for the day, Adebola David from Agbado, you got the question right. Being the first person to get to call us, the answer is Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton. And you're supposed to call Adebola. Please call 0703-161-1497. 0703-161-1497. Call that number and claim your prize for answering our question. The prize is courtesy Prince Engineer Yemisi Shilon, FNSE. And call that number immediately right now and get your number. And for our question for the week, is, what makes the clear sky to look blue? What makes the clear sky to look blue? Just the conversation goes on social media, on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook at Ogtv, YouTube, Ogtv, Abeokuta. Let's the conversation. Just send us your answers through those channels and you will get your prize as soon as you get it right. So on this note, I would like to thank my guest engineer, Dr. OLUFUNMILADE AKINGBAGBOHUN.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming, and I'm sure that our viewers have learned one or two things. So if you have learned something today, next week is another time. Join us. We'll be bringing you another guest to lecture us and let us know what else we need to know about engineering and you. And until then, I say bye-bye.